From the shadows of New York's Manhattan skyline to Arizona's Valley of the Sun resides a radio program the world over has been waiting for. Hosted by two men no one has ever heard of. It's a place where idiocracy runs free and rarely a point is made. Kieran.
Peasant, I can't deal with this. I am Rocket, Sir Rocket of Elmont.
Rocket.
Winthrop, get the yacht ready. We're going to Monda.
Together, these men will bring you laughter at any cost, even if that means sacrificing their own egos or well-being. So put your brains on standby. Sit back and relax. The boys have returned. Lunatic Radio starts now.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. It is the Lunatic Radio Show. No Rock today, but I'm Kieran. That's Leroy Jenkins sitting next to me. Leroy's been gone for a while, but now he is back, and I'll turn on his microphone because I forgot to hit that pot for a while. It was a month and a half before I turned on that fader. And yeah, Rocket won't be here on the radio program for like a month. So we're a Rocket-less show.
That's too bad.
Yeah, but Leroy and I will be here holding down the fort. And when Leroy's like, no, the fucking Giants are on, bro. Not coming over. It'll just be me fucking talking to myself, making references that I'm talking to a piece of sheetrock, and it'll be really boring and yada, yada, yada. It is the, by the way, live number to call in, 718-690-9290. If you're actually listening to this fucking show, go ahead and call in. We welcome the calls from the folks. Yeah. How you doing there, Leroy?
Not bad. Hanging in there.
It was a solid weekend for folks out there. If you're, if you're a guy, I had a solid weekend, I feel like.
If you're into entertainment.
I did a little bit of that shopping, went to fucking Old Navy, bought myself a couple $8 t-shirts.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
I drank like fucking 15 beers safely. Watched some sports, and there was a fucking mayhem fight in on the fucking UFC. It was pretty good.
It was
good fucking weekend.
Definitely entertaining.
Definitely fucking entertaining. Yeah. That UFC, what was it, 229?
229.
Why did they number the UFC things like podcasts? Like, you know, like on podcasts out there, it's episode fucking 462.
I'm just glad they didn't give them Roman numerals.
Roman numerals.
You know what I mean?
Why don't they just like, hey, it's just like it's fucking UFC October fucking 2018.
I don't know.
I don't know. Do they have more than like one fight a month? They don't.
Not a month, but they
like
have them all the time.
Is it like wrestling when they do like the SummerSlam and then they do the fucking fall beat up thing and then the Rumble Royal and then the fucking WrestleMania, then the fucking Smash Face?
I think they have like one every month.
One every month, yeah, like wrestling.
I don't know.
Yeah, UFC 229 in Vegas last night was pretty fucking amazing. I like the big fight thing, you know. When I don't watch much of the UFC unless there's like a Tyson type element to it, you know, like a big fucking
main event.
Yeah, and Conor McGregor is that guy for some reason or another. One reason or another is the guy that attracts people to the pay-per-views, whether he wins or loses.
It's true.
It is. It doesn't, you know, like last night driving over to Leroy's house to watch the fight. I was just like, I had no inclination that he was going to win that fight, even though I had no idea who not going to fight in the UFC anymore. I had no idea who the fuck that guy was. What's his name? Can you say it?
It's either Khabib or Habib Nurmagomedov.
It's Habib Nurmagomedov. Did I get it right?
That's pretty close.
Habib Nurmagomedov. I had no idea who the fuck that guy was. But when I heard his name for the first time, I was like, that motherfucker's going to kill Conor McGregor. Just based on the name alone. You don't fuck with Russians. You know? And it was apparently before the fight even took place last night in Vegas, like the behind the scenes or like the feeling in the UFC community or the fight community that there was some out of the ring antics that could take place between Irish people and Russian people. Like it was going to be a big Irish-Russian fucking mayhem thing going on at the fight. They were worried about that. That's why they had so much extra security there last night in Vegas.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot leading up to there's a lot of shit talking going on before and dolly throwing and
right? Is that what it was? He, like,
friends getting slapped.
Apparently Conor McGregor talked a lot of shit about Nurmagomedov's fucking Namana, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm not gonna say that because that guy's a fucking animal.
Say Habib.
He was talking a lot of shit about Habib and his religion, his parents, right?
Yeah.
Some insulting shit because apparently this Habib Nurmagomedov guy is, he's just like, he doesn't do much. He's not on the Instagrams fucking tweeting selfies and shit. He's like carrying trees in the woods and fucking he's working
bears.
out. He's working out like Rocky did in fucking Rocky 4. He's like running in front of a fucking Russian Mercedes in the snow.
No, he's
doing sit-ups in some sort of barn in fucking Siberia. Is that what he's doing?
He was in San Jose training.
Oh, what the fuck? What the hell am I talking about? San Jose's fucking lovely. But he's from Russia, right?
Yeah, when he was a kid.
He's not one of these dickheads that's like, I'm Russian, but I've actually never been to Russia. He's actually from Russia.
He's from Dagestan, which is, part of Russia, but it's like the Muslim part of Russia.
Like I'm like 95, 96% Irish, yet I could barely point out Ireland on a map. He's not one of those types of Russians, right?
No, he grew up there.
Okay.
His dad had him wrestling bears as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's a fucking dude. He's a beast.
Like in Dagestan, that's all they do is this sambo wrestling type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, military type training. It's very, I think, part of the culture there.
Right. So
he's been doing this his whole life.
From what I gather in the fucking couple hours that I watched the goddamn UFC thing and heard on the radio, actually listened to like UFC Fight Night on Sirius XM radio because of I was trying to get pumped up for the match or for the fight or for the fucking brawl, whatever they call it. Yeah, this guy's pretty religious. He's pretty regimented. He's got old school values. He doesn't care about the limelight of being in the UFC. He literally looks at going into a fight like I'm fucking going into war. I just want to go there and I want to fuck. Like apparently, according to what Joe Rogan said on the telecast last night, he wanted to rearrange Conor McGregor's face.
Yeah, he said he kind of wanted to put him in his place for his antics, basically, and talking trash and just his personality and what he brings to the sport.
So he really took whatever Conor McGregor, because Conor McGregor's one of them guys who's like, he's fucking talking shit the whole time. Doesn't shut the fuck up with the shit talking.
Right.
Constantly talking shit. So that Namana, I'll never get this fucking guy's name.
Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov.
That's perfect.
Nurmagomedov took it personally.
Yeah.
Over and over and over and over again. So the buildup inside his loins last night, he was fucking ready to kill this motherfucker. And he went into the ring last night, the octagon, and he fucking demolished Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He outclassed him in every way.
Even standing up, he did a pretty good job against McGregor. McGregor couldn't get to him, and he took a couple. McGregor actually took a couple shots from him. But I still think McGregor did halfway decent job on the ground against this guy. If you've seen this guy, some of his fights,
halfway deep.
No. I mean, if you've seen this Nurmagomedov's guy,
Nurmagomedov,
his fights prior to this, he usually gets him down, beats the fuck out of people for like 10 minutes. Well, not 10 minutes, but 4 minutes of the round.
Yeah. So how long did Conor last? It was like, what are the rounds? 4 minutes?
They're 5-minute rounds, and pretty much he was taken down in a minute into every round.
Right. He had no chance. It was like watching Conor box against Floyd Mayweather. Like Floyd Mayweather was literally when Conor went in the ring to box with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather outclassed him. He was just playing with fucking Conor McGregor.
That was expected, but actually Conor held in for 10 rounds, and I think maybe Floyd.
Well, yeah, but Floyd doesn't knock out anybody. Floyd's like fucking 105 pounds soaking wet. He doesn't knock out anybody.
He's got to be 150.
Yeah, whatever. But he's not. He doesn't. You know, he doesn't knock out people. He's very. He just.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of fighter he is. But he certainly outclassed him when you watch that fight.
That was.
Are you just a really big Conor McGregor fan?
Don't you believe that was known?
I am
going into the fight that he was outclassed by Floyd Mayweather.
Yes. Yes.
Who's a boxer?
But what I'm equating that to is what happened last night.
No, you can't.
He was outclassed by that dude. I don't watch, but if I just watched, I don't know much about these guys. I don't watch them fight. I watch the big fucking pay-per-views when they come along. I had no idea who Nurmagomedov was, so I didn't have any like. I mean, I guess I was rooting for Conor because he's Irish and he's kind of entertaining, but I don't really care. Like I wasn't upset that he lost. So when I'm watching the fight last night, not really having a fucking money on either one of these guys, I'm just watching to watch it and see what happens. And what I saw was a fucking guy getting outclassed.
What it is going into it. I don't know.
Conor McGregor got outclassed. He got fucking destroyed.
I don't know if you're aware of this. MMA. This guy is a grappler. Conor is a striker.
Right. No, I get that.
So it's two different skills battling each other.
I know. And the guy...
He came above. The wrestler won.
What I'm saying is, like you said, every fucking round, the guy stood up with Conor, did the boxing. He caught Conor a few times. I didn't see Conor fucking even flinch the guy. No. And then a minute into each round, the guy got Conor to do what he wanted him to do, was get him on the ground and then fucking, grapple him. And he controlled every aspect of that fight until he finally got the choke, which he was gonna get at some point in the fight, and he got it. And as soon as he got the choke, it was over.
Yeah,
outclassed. That's outclassed in a fight.
Also, you got to understand, like McGregor's losses have all been from submission.
Yeah.
So, people could predict the fight based on the fact if Conor could hit him in the first round with a shot, knock him out, it would have been over. But nobody's tested Khabib's chin. One guy fought him and like actually tagged him, but he came back from it.
That motherfucker, those Russians, they got those fucking chins, man. They got
the Russian chin.
It's the Russian fucking gene. I don't know what it is. They got that chin. The only Russian I've ever seen without a big chin like that is fucking Putin. Putin doesn't really have a big chin, but he's got that barrel chest thing going on. It's either you got the huge chin or you're a barrel-chested Russian. You don't get like both most of the time. Nikolai Volkov, the old wrestler, had that. He actually had both. He was barrel-chested and he had a massive chin. What's with the Russians and their big chins? What do they eat over there? Fucking bricks? Eating fucking bricks over there?
I have no idea.
Eating fucking cement logs?
The vodka.
Is that what it is?
Actually, the Khabib guy doesn't drink. He's a Muslim, doesn't drink alcohol.
Right.
Devoted to his religion.
Sounds like a real hoot, this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's going to be... Has he been laid, do you think? Probably not.
He's got a kid.
Maybe that's why he's so fucking...
You know what's funny? There was an interview. He had a kid that was born, but he was fighting somewhere. And after the fight, it was like when he was done with the fight, his kid was born. And one of the interviewers said, "Hey, you just got done with your fight. I heard you got news that your kid was born. Do you wish you could have been there?" He's like, his response was basically like, "No, what do I have to be there for?" You know what I mean? He's like,
what a fucking romantic.
Yeah, like he's just like, the wife takes care of that, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Just gonna shoot a human out of her vagina. I don't need to be there for that.
The response was definitely interesting. A little telling.
I gotta meet this guy's fucking girlfriend or wife or whatever.
Nobody knows what his
He's very, very mysterious.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, but that fucking fight last night, it was
You didn't even talk about how after the fight he jumps over the cage.
I'm getting to it. This is a long radio show. But I can't talk about everything in 5 minutes and just shut up turn down the fucking microphone.
What do you think that was more entertaining than the actual fight?
The shit that happened after the mayhem after fucking Habib chokes out Conor, taps him, then fucking yells at Conor something.
No, he yelled at yeah, he did.
He yelled
You're
at
right.
Conor initially, then he walked across the octagon, threw his fucking mouthpiece at Conor's corner, and then he was yelling at Conor's manager who was in the crowd or
It was actually
ringside.
It was actually his wrestling trainer
Yeah.
that he was yelling at.
It was just that was more exciting. It was from a fair weather fan, that was so exciting. Yes, does it make the UFC look bad? I guess initially, but to be honest with you, they're going to be talking about the UFC this entire week, just based on the fact that mayhem happened. It shouldn't happen. You don't want to be a patron going to the fucking UFC fight and thinking you're going to get caught up in a fucking all-out brawl between, fucking 1,000 Russians and a fucking 1,000 Irish people.
Especially the people in the front rows are like Robert Kraft and like Matt Damon.
Yeah, you don't want to pay fucking $4,000 for a ticket to get close to the ring and think you might get fucking beat up by some Nurmagomedov guy.
They said the mayor of Las Vegas. They had to like scoop him up and like run him out of the building.
Right. Yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen when a fucking brawl. Everybody's all amped up. It's like what we saw last night after the fight on a professional level. That's like exactly what happens in like when you see a street fight or like a fight in high school in the hallways of your high school. Like when somebody gets knocked out, or a fight happens, the adrenaline not only with the two people fighting is at a fever pitch, but everybody around watching is feeling that same adrenaline. So when that fucking when there's 1,000 people all together feeling that adrenaline, that's scary. That's a scary moment, right? I think so. I would be flipping out if I was there. I'd be like, fucking A. I don't want to get like. I look Irish. I'm the smallest guy. I'm gonna get sucker punched by like fucking 5 Russian dudes.
I think there could be a
Vladimir.
lot more dangerous situations you could be in.
Or Nikolai.
And here's the deal: if you watch these fights, or you're into like MMA, or anything, you have no problem with it. You probably think it's fun.
Yeah,
you
no.
know what I mean?
I think people loved it. I think that rematch is going to be ridiculous. I don't know how they're ever going to pull it off because they're saying that Nurmagomedov's never going to get his visa's going to get revoked and he's not going to be able to work in the United States. But they can make this fucking fight happen somewhere else, right? Can't they make this fight happen somewhere else?
There's supposed to be one in Russia.
Well, there you go.
Coming up.
Well, if I'm Conor, I'm not going to do that.
Nah, you're dead.
Yeah, I'm not. Like, this is going to be on, like, Irish soil or no place. Because I'm going to get my ass kicked again. He's going to get beat up again. He's not beating it in the mono. It would be like fucking Rocky Balboa, coming back and beating it would be like Rocky IV.
He's come back from losses like to Nate Diaz, like he got choked out by him. And he came back with a different game plan because, obviously he's in there with him. Now he knows a little bit of, like, the technique and maybe what he has to do differently. You know what I mean? You can take something away from a loss, if you're willing to take that information and try to figure out, okay, this didn't work. But I don't think
Nate Diaz has the makeup of this Nurmagomedov guy.
Nate Diaz is a tough fighter.
I know, I get it.
Takes hits.
But he's similar to Conor in a way that
he's a stand-up guy.
Stand-up guy, and he also talks shit.
Right.
Like this Nurmagomedov is a different breed.
Right.
He's just like, I'm going to eat this door, and then when I'm done eating this door, I'm going to go fucking rape your girlfriend and then fucking finger bang your mom.
I don't know.
And then, after that, I'm going to beat the shit out of your father, and then I'm going to fucking eat your cat. He's a different breed of human. He went after 1,000 people last night. He beat up the most dangerous person in the building in Conor McGregor, which we thought. He kicked his ass in the ring, and then was just like looked at Conor's crowd and was just like, I'm gonna come after you guys now. Fucking goddamn leprechauns. He jumped out of the cage. He jumped out of the cage. Like fucking Jimmy Fly, Superfly Snuka. He's wearing bare feet. Like that's what I was just like. I saw it. You see the footage. He gets on top of the cage. He jumps down onto the platform and then he jumps like he doesn't know where he's gonna land.
Well, he was trying to aim for that one dude's face.
Right. Like, let alone you're a solo and you're jumping into a crowd of humans that are angry at you and you're ready to fight them all. But you're also jumping with, like, you have bare feet. Your bare feet.
I think you're looking at it from a rational perspective.
I know. He doesn't care. That's what I'm saying. He's a different, he's not a human being. He's like, he doesn't,
He's a
like, I
human
feel like this guy is like, could be in Bloodsport. Like, if he dies, he dies. It's like that type of thing.
Well, that's his mentality, you know?
Yeah. He's that fucking, he should have been in that movie Bloodsport. He's living that life right now. He's living that Bloodsport life.
The only thing he can fucking do is tackle people and beat them up, choke them out.
Like, he's not
an entertaining fighter.
Nurmagomedov has
I shouldn't say that. Like,
no
completely.
care in the world that he probably lost millions of dollars last night. No care in the world. He just wanted to fucking beat up everybody. He wanted to fucking annihilate.
Here's the deal, though. Let me ask you this: don't you think if he kind of like put a little bit of a stain on his reputation there by doing that?
I think he added to it because he was already a villain coming in.
No, but think about who he is and what he's supposed to represent. He's supposed to represent, like,
What do they call it? The heel, right? The heel in wrestling terms, they call it the heel.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
A heel is like the evil guy. That's what they term it. All right, go ahead. Go with your.
I don't know if he was, technically supposed to be the evil guy. I mean, people could say Connor's the evil guy because he's the one talking shit.
You clearly last night. I mean, there were some fans for Nurmagomedov, but there were a lot of people there rooting for Connor because he's the most popular dude in the sport.
Yeah, and his fans, Irish fans, like fly over from Ireland to fucking watch his fights.
I got footage of. This is just footage taken from a spectator in the stands. It doesn't have the color commentary or anything, but this is the end of the fight when Nurmagomedov gets Connor into the chokehold. Connor taps out, and then you'll hear like the melee that ensues afterwards. He's about to choke him out. Connor just tapped right now. As the crowd cheering, fight over. Now listen to what happens after this. This is just an amazing sound. A lot of young. This is where he jumps out of the cage. There he goes, jumping into the crowd. Just mayhem.
And now Connor's fighting with the ring, his ringside guys.
Yeah.
Inside the ring.
Here come the guys jumping in the ring. They sucker punch Connor. Like, this is more exciting. It's just all-out mayhem in the ring right now. Like when the guys came in and just started sucker punching Connor. Like, that sounded like the fight was still taking place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The crowd noise in the after fight mayhem was way louder than the excitement you should have heard during the fight when the fight was actually happening.
Yeah.
It's just a dangerous situation. But it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch on Leroy Jenkins' fucking 80-foot fucking HD goddamn plasma fucking TV, whatever the hell it was. It was great to watch from the comfort of Leroy Jenkins' living room and not being there in Vegas. Although I would have loved to have been at a bar in Vegas watching that.
I don't know about that. Did you see?
Because fucking Vegas was a dangerous place to be last night.
Especially if you're wearing like, Irish colors and stuff.
Yeah.
There was a...
if you're wearing... It was Ireland versus Russia last night in Vegas. Which smells like weed.
There was a clip of a Irish fan that got totally decked by, an opposing fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, there was like
got
little...
knocked out. There was a little... there was also people saying that, like, they were, opposite fans were, like, hugging each other and, like, outside the stadium, too. So, one guy got knocked out.
Yeah.
I don't know what else happened.
A lot of shit talking. But you don't like, here's the thing where Irish people are always going to win. The shit talking. When it comes to Russians versus Irish people, we are going to hands down destroy the Russians in shit talking. You see it, like the Magomedov. He's probably got an 8-word vocabulary.
Well,
I'm not saying
English.
I'm not saying fucking. Yeah, well, even in Russian, I bet you can't imagine that guy's fucking well spoken. I guarantee he probably is.
He does a halfway decent job for English not being his.
Well, good for him. You know what I mean? He says yes, no, champ. That's the word he knows.
Says what he
yes,
says,
no, champ.
What he says is usually on a loop. You know, he's like, "I'm gonna smash your boy."
But Irish people destroy when it comes to shit talking. So in Vegas last night when people went to the bar after the fucking fight and some Russian guys are getting all lippy, the shit talking is being won by the Irish people in that fucking bar.
Probably
because we don't give a fuck.
They're drunk.
Yeah, they're drunk. And we say whatever the fuck we want.
If these are Dagestan Russians that are Muslim, they're not drinking.
Yeah.
It's pretty much easy to beat up a drunk Irish guy talking shit.
That's why those motherfuckers fight, because they got nothing else to do. Like, that's their fun to do, is to kill. It's like they just want to fight. Like, that's not human.
Connor, before the fight, the Khabib guy has a manager. I can't remember his name right now.
Is it Khabib or Habib?
It's spelled with a K, but I
think the K is silent.
I think it is. But whatever, I'll throw a K in there, whatever.
Yeah,
Doesn't
fuck
matter.
it. Who cares?
Doesn't
You're
matter to
Irish
me.
too. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck the Khabib.
Fuck the Khabib. Now we're gonna get booted from YouTube
Oh, really?
for being
Sorry.
insensitive to fucking
Khabib?
animalistic Russians who eat trees and kill bunnies.
And jump cages.
Yeah. Fucking-
But honestly, if he didn't do
I
that,
bet you that Nurmagomedov guy fucking shits in his own hand and eats it. Just to fucking not lose any sustenance. He wants to
recycle his protein.
right.
Jesus.
He's that fucking nuts.
I don't know, man.
That's not a human being. Like Dolph Lundgren in fucking Rocky IV. That guy was like a human. He used latest technologies.
I don't understand how you can say that he's not a human.
I don't know much about Russians. That's what I'm saying. That's why everything is a reference to Rocky IV.
There was another Russian fight prior to that one. It was like on the same card, but early on. That Derek Lewis guy.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Derek Lewis is a big black guy. He's called what do they call?
Big Lazy.
No, he's called the Black Beast.
Oh yeah, Black Beast.
And this guy's a brawler.
Oh yeah, he was fighting that 6'7",
6'7" Russian guy.
Yeah,
and he was losing for 17 minutes and 30 seconds, and the last 20 seconds of the fight, he fucking knocks the guy out unconscious and just pounds his head into the canvas.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was a good fight. I didn't watch that fight.
I didn't mean to change the subject. I don't know if you.
I was going to get to that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Might as well now. I got to go to it now. You mentioned it. Yeah, Derek Lewis was the heavyweight on the undercard, and he was the most other than the mayhem after the Conor fight and Nurmagomedov, he was the single most entertaining fucking thing in that entire. Derek. I didn't know who the fuck Derek Lewis was at all. I didn't know the name. I had no idea this guy existed. I had no idea. But he just made himself. I'm following the guy now. I want to know everything about him. I want to hear him do a podcast or a radio show. I want to hear him entertain.
He said he was going to go on Joe Rogan's show.
I want to see him fight. I want to know everything about this guy. His Instagram is the fucking greatest thing of all time. It's kind of disgusting because he did have a video on there the first video I saw on this guy's Instagram was a dude swimming in a lake naked, shitting. It was disgusting. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Who is this guy? Yeah. But then I'm like, so I didn't follow him. And then I was just like, because that's disgusting. But then Leroy played for me the post-fight interview Derek Lewis did with Joe Rogan. And this is it right here.
This is in the ring.
This is in the ring. This is the most entertaining
after he won.
Minute 55 of the entire UFC 229.
I'm here with the winner, Derek Lewis. Derek, why'd you take your pants off?
My balls was hot.
All right, pause it for a minute.
I understand. Listen, man.
You gotta also say, I don't know, for people that haven't watched the fight, he's sitting there talking to Joe Rogan in his underwear.
Yeah, he's in his underwear. Yeah.
So it started from the beginning. I don't know if they heard that part or could understand.
I'm here with the winner, Derek Lewis. Derek, why'd you take your pants off?
My balls was hot.
I understand. Listen, man, what you just did was absolutely phenomenal. That was an incredible comeback victory, and it shows one of the reasons why people love to watch you fight, that you can put it all to bed with one shot.
I told them boys, I got number heart. You know, they keep underestimating me. Shit, I ain't all that technical and all that, but shit, I'm getting there. Fuck it.
No one will question your heart, sir, after this. Let's take a look at the knockout. This is a come-from-behind knockout, the likes that we haven't seen in a long time.
By the way, just to interject, I'll play the rest of the clip uncensored without us fucking talking over it. He won with 11 seconds left.
Yeah, he knocked him out.
It was 11 seconds left in the entire match.
All that other guy had to do was avoid him.
He literally
for
just,
11 seconds, and he would have won.
He hit him with a bullet. That was it. It was just a home run fucking punch.
It was a sledgehammer.
Yeah, it was a sledgehammer. Like he killed that motherfucker.
And when he was down, the guy pounded him like twice, and
Right.
his head just went bang.
Yeah. All right. So let's go back a little bit. Here's we won't interrupt because this is just the greatest post-fight interview I have ever heard. It's hilarious. The guy's fucking entertaining his balls.
Shit, I'm getting there. Fuck it.
No one will question your heart, sir, after this. Let's take a look at the knockout. This is a come-from-behind knockout, the likes that we haven't seen in a long time. And you were looking for that big haymaker all night. You found it in the last minute of the fight. Talk us through this, Derek.
I forgot a few hours before the fight, Donald Trump called me and told me I got knocked this Russian motherfucker out because they making him look bad on the news. You know, him and Putin and shit. Fuck what they talking about. USA and his whole. Fuck.
Listen, Derek, you came into this fight the #2 contender with that knockout. You're absolutely one of the top guys in line for a shot at the title next. So tell us what you think about that.
I need to sit my black ass down and do some more cardio. Fuck what you talking about right now. I ain't trying to fight for no title right now. Not with no gas tank like that. Shit.
Listen, Derek, you're one of the most entertaining guys in the sport. Congratulations on an amazing victory, and thank you very much for a really, really entertaining fight.
Thanks for having me. Hey, maybe next week or sometime or 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna come on your show and smoke some weed with you.
Anytime, sir. Anytime. And you got the best Instagram in the game, I'll tell you right now. Derek Lewis, ladies and gentlemen.
That dude made his career last night. Whether it's in fighting, yeah, he'll fight a few more times, but it doesn't matter if he becomes champ anymore. It doesn't matter if he becomes his personality and him being a fighter, and that guy's gonna be something. He's gonna be like even in the post-event wrap-up show on some panel thing with some other UFC guys and a woman. They're doing like the post-game wrap-up or whatever. He joined that panel and was entertaining his balls on that too.
Yeah.
The guy's great.
I should mention there was a hurricane that went through Houston. He's from Houston, and a lot of people got
Derek Lewis.
Yeah, a lot of people got flooded out there, and he was one of the dudes that he had a jacked up monster truck, and he was driving around the city of Houston.
He's a good guy,
helping people out and stuff. So yeah, he's a good dude. He's just he's the black beast.
He's the black fucking beast.
Don't fuck with him.
This is the greatest. This is great.
I forgot a few hours before the fight, Donald Trump called me and told me I got knocked this Russian motherfucker out because they making him look bad on the news. You know, him and Putin and shit. Fuck what they talking about. USA and his whole. Fuck.
I don't know what he said at the end.
He said USA in his hoe. Fuck.
Right. Yeah.
It is the greatest. Like, he didn't know what he was gonna say at that moment. He probably knew like beforehand he was gonna do some sort of Donald Trump reference, but he didn't know how he was gonna end it.
Who knows?
Like verbally, it's just. But it came out fucking brilliant.
Listen, Derek, you came into this fight.
And by the way, Rogan did the greatest. Rogan's great.
Yeah.
He did the greatest job interviewing him because he could have sat there and laughed, but he did it. He played the straight man. He let Derek be the fucking star in his moment, and the guy shined. The guy, he not only did he give one of the more entertaining fights you'll see, because he looked like a bag of garbage until 11 seconds left in the fucking match, where he threw that haymaker and connected on that big ass Russian, and then gave the greatest fucking post-fight fucking interview ever. It was great.
Yeah, Rogan was like,
That's up there with Mike Tyson saying he wanted to eat his babies or whatever. Yeah. The old Tyson used to say some shit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rape you, you hoe.
Yeah, that was.
But Tyson was never funny. He was just like, he was kind of like had that Nurmagomedov vibe to him. Like you didn't know Tyson in the early days before he got fucking his ass cleaned by fucking Buster Douglas. Like when he was undefeated, he had a fucking crazy ego about him. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Biting ears off and stuff. I think it's kind of hard to compare Tyson to Nurmagomedov in that respect. I think Nurmagomedov is like, I don't know what happened to him on that fight. I think Conor got the best of him with all the shit talking and stuff. But his legacy is actually kind of tainted a little bit because of it. If he won that fight, stood up, got the belt put on him, and because they didn't even put the belt on him in the ring, and he left the champion, people could respect that a little bit, you know? Him jumping out and causing all this craziness and, like, you know, inciting riots and, you know, getting people arrested and stuff like that. People throwing beer on him, too, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if he didn't do that, he would probably be a little bit more of a – his legacy would be a lot better. He's still 27-0. But he would have been looked at differently if he didn't jump over the cage and start the fight.
Well, I think this adds to his.
He does not want to be the entertaining.
I know, no. I know he doesn't want to be but he adds to whatever it is. He's like a villain, I guess. It adds to his mystique. It kind of makes the UFC look like a fucking WWE shit, but it's not fake.
It kind of is lately.
It's not fake. It's real. Yeah. And so if they could ever get a rematch between him and Conor, I don't think the fight is actually going to be something that people are going to be looking forward to seeing, but I think they're going to be looking forward to seeing the lead up to it and the build around it. And then hopefully get surprised by Conor performing better than he did in this fight.
I think people would be interested in the fight for sure.
I think they would be, but I don't think people, based on watching that fight last night, are thinking
Conor has a shot.
Yeah, I don't think they. No, because he was out. I think he was fucking destroyed in that fight.
He was out skilled.
Well, yeah,
MMA, mixed martial arts. You have different skills you can bring to the table, and this shows that wrestling can.
It would truly be
beat a striker.
It would truly be a Rocky moment if Conor came back and beat him in a rematch, because Nurmagomedov looked like a better fighter.
He was. That night, for sure.
I mean,
and he probably would be
doing Conor's game, standing up, and then obviously being the great grappler on the ground.
In MMA,
this is like the UFC. We should do a UFC. I don't even watch UFC. I'm doing this Sirius XM's UFC show right now. I did it better than those fucking guys that I was listening to last night.
Derek Lewis is a very popular guy too, and you know you were introduced to him last night, and now you think he's the shit.
I fucking love that guy. Look at this shit.
Before the fight, Donald Trump called me and told me I got knocked this Russian motherfucker out because they're making him look bad on the news. You know, him and Putin and shit. Fuck what they talking about. USA and his whole. Fuck.
Fucking love that guy.
Maybe in 2 weeks he'll come on your show, Joe, and smoke some weed with you.
Oh God, I want him on this show.
I like how Joe's like, "Hey, Derek, what are you doing with your pants off?"
My balls was hot.
And and Rogan goes, "I understand."
Yeah, perfect. Fucking Rogan's great.
Yeah, he is good.
I can't knock Rogan at all ever. The guy's just fucking great.
Very talented dude.
And he's really good at what he does.
No matter what he does, like,
he is. He's a smart guy.
I haven't really caught much of his stand-up, but
his stand-ups are good. I watched his latest one.
That's where he began, right?
Yeah, he's always been a comic, then an actor, and then movies. Movies. I don't think he's ever made a really good movie.
And he was in mixed martial arts.
He's only made a few movies.
Like he was doing fighting in the beginning. Joe Rogan.
No, that's just a hobby.
Yeah.
This was like a hobby. There's like he got into the when he was on Talk Radio, I think it was called. What was that show? He was on like a sitcom for a while, News Radio.
Oh yeah.
And during that time on News Radio, he started kind of doing the color commentary for the UFC in its early days. And he grew as a commentator along with the UFC as it grew.
He's done so much weird shit.
It just worked out well for him.
Like he's done the Fear Factor was his biggest thing.
Yeah, it was just a money maker.
But that was like that kind of brought him to the main stage in the beginning.
Yeah.
And now he's doing, I think the biggest thing he does now is his podcast.
Yeah,
and the MMA.
Let's see, what is it? 7 years ago, literally Joe Rogan was doing his podcast via one laptop and a laptop microphone. A laptop microphone and a laptop camera. That's how that show started 7 years ago.
Was he interviewing people at the time?
No, he was just talking.
Yeah.
It was him and like his little buddy. It was weird. But now he's like one of the more... listen to voices in America, which is, and that's 7 years. What is that? 7-8 years done that. Pretty fucking amazing. But fucking Derek Lewis. Yeah, I hope he gets the bonus. Doesn't that handle like some bonus?
See if you can get that clip that has the one where they asked Dana White at the post conference.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they're asking him about Derek Lewis. He's like,
yeah, here's Dana White at the
reporter's asking him about Derek Lewis, the situation.
All right, let's hear this.
What was said to Derek Lewis about taking his shorts off in the cage?
He took his shorts off?
Oh, you didn't see?
I didn't even notice that. What was he wearing under his shorts?
Some regular black underwear.
He was in his underwear?
He said his balls were hot.
I wish that was the craziest thing that happened tonight. That's what I wish. Yeah. He's interesting, isn't he? That guy's interesting.
That's about it.
Huh.
Yeah. Huh.
He was in his underwear?
I love the fact that in the we'll move on from the UFC too, but I love the fact that he said on the post event shows, he was like, yeah, I trained for about a half hour a day.
Yeah, that's it. He does these little things where he talks to like UFC Tonight, with on FX.
Yeah.
Where they come in, they talk to the fighters and stuff, and they were like asking him about his training and stuff like that, and he's like, just me and my wife. I train with my wife. He's like 2 legs up training.
Yeah, he said something last night about like banging his wife on the post match wrap up. It's like
he's a funny dude.
He's a funny motherfucker.
He seems like a good dude, like we're helping out people and stuff like that. So good to him. Good win for him.
Man, I kind of don't want him to take shots to the head. Because, like, these dudes, with every punch they take to the head, it's like putting a drop of water on a fucking goddamn modem or like your computer. It's like dropping drops of water on your computer. Eventually, that computer's just going to fucking sizzle out and die. Every punch a fighter takes to the head, it's like it's killing the brain.
It's like your cell phone when it's like coming up for contract and all of a sudden the battery starts running out.
Right,
and shit.
right. And then you get malware. Every punch to the head is like malware to the brain.
Right.
It's like a virus.
Yeah.
And I don't want Derek Lewis to take many punches to the head because it's going to ruin that personality that he has.
I think Connor's taking some fucking malware hits.
Yeah. I mean, these guys, you got to, I don't know if it's like something to admire. It's certainly not something to aspire to be unless you have nothing better. Dude,
that's the ultimate competition right there. 1-on-1 in a cage.
But
fighting.
But everybody in the UFC is fucking shredding years off their life by fighting.
Yeah, but you could say the same for like the NFL.
Yeah, no, you can say the same for NFL. But we're talking about the UFC,
right? But they sign up for that shit because they love that shit.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying that's what's happening. You're watching guys who are not going to live longer than you.
No, a lot of them have like major brain injuries.
I mean, Conor McGregor is 12 years younger than I am, and so is Nurmagomedov. I guarantee you, I'll outlive them both.
Nurmagomedov has not taken a lot of punishment.
Doesn't matter. He's gonna but by fighting and he's taking more shots to the head than I have. You know,
I don't
he
know.
spars. Like, I'm just saying, taking shots to the head is not good for your fucking brain.
Yeah.
It's not. You need this to make all this work. This is the most important thing, and this is the thing that everybody wants to get to when you're fighting. You know, getting choked out, like fucking Conor getting choked out last. That's not good. That's not healthy.
Dude, you sounding like a little, you know.
What? Oh, I'm making a fucking valid point.
Well,
these guys are just they're the warriors.
Nobody's job is perfect, right?
But I'm saying Derek, like some of these guys, all they can do is fight.
That Derek Lewis guy's already got back problems.
A lot of these guys,
shit.
all they can do is fight. Derek Lewis has two talents. He can fight, and then he can also be entertaining.
Conor doesn't have to fight anymore. He didn't have to come back for this fight.
Yeah, but he had to make the payday.
And he knew
he can be a commentator. Listen to these. You listen.
He's selling his own whiskey.
Have you listened to a fighter in your lifetime that's as entertaining as fucking Derek Lewis? No.
Conor McGregor's more entertaining than he is.
He's not as funny as Derek Lewis.
Sometimes he can be.
He is funny, but
TMZ asked TMZ asked Conor one time. He said, "If Jesus came back from the dead, or no, they said something like, if Jesus came back and you had to fight him, would you win?" It was kind of like just trying to see if he would reply, and he said, "Yeah, me." He said, "There's not a man alive I couldn't beat," you know. And then he said something like, "Yeah, if Jesus came back, I would whoop his ass too." He says a lot of entertaining things from here to there. You know what I mean? They keep people going, "Holy shit, this guy!" Like, I don't know what he went off on. Ever since the Floyd Mayweather thing, he's kind of gotten a little darker in his attacks,
right?
Verbally, but I don't think it's helping him out in the ring or psyching people out. I think people know his game by now. He's gonna have to come up with a different approach.
Yeah, but he's not self-deprecating.
Listen, Derek, you came into this fight the number 2 contender with that knockout. You're absolutely one of the top guys in line for a shot at the title next. So tell us what you think about that.
I need to sit my black ass down and do some more cardio. Fuck what you talking about right now. I ain't trying to fight for no title right now.
Conor would never answer a question like that, ever. That's hilarious. That's self-deprecating. That's funny. That's engaging. That's endearing. That's good. Conor's not endearing. He's endearing because he loses, and then he talks a lot of shit, and he's the most popular fucking fighter, and you want to see him get in the ring and possibly win again. That's the thing that's endearing about him. It's not his personality. No one is endeared to his personality. I think he's a stand-up guy. I think he's actually I think he's a good loser.
Good loser.
Yeah, no, I think he's a man's man. I think when he talks a lot of shit, and then when he gets knocked out, he takes it well. He's not like a bitch about it.
Yeah.
He wasn't a bitch about, he got sucker punched in that ring last night after that. Actually, he still wasn't a bitch.
After that sucker punch thing by 3 guys got arrested, they went into his locker room and asked him if he wanted to press charges, and he said no.
Yeah, no, why would you?
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be a bitch thing to do if he did. Because
I don't know why you have to press charges. It's right there on tape.
Yeah.
These guys should not have been in the ring.
Well, he's the one that was assaulted.
Yeah, but it's just you as a law enforcement person can make a judgment call on that. You don't have to have somebody press charges, I don't think.
Well, they were arrested, right? Didn't Dana White say that? Some of the guys were arrested.
3 of them, but then they let them go.
Yeah, that's because, Conor didn't want to press charges. Well, anyway, we'll take a break. We'll come back more Lunatic Radio. No more UFC fucking talk. Back right after this.
The one thing that would make this better? A really big hit of window pane acid.
Lunatic Radio. Don't be unsociable.
I don't know him. Who the hell am I sitting next to?
Lunatic Radio's on Facebook.
Oh, they all just go there?
Everybody.
Yeah. Are we on there, Ron?
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio.
Take a moment and follow them now.
I hate them. them!
Before Kieran has another international incident.
What do you like? Tits!
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio.
Anna says a friend. Yes, we like that. I like you, you like me. We can have a ham sandwich together. It's called the friendship on the Facebook.
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio.
If you are a proud supporter of lunaticradio.com show and you like to see this show flourish or just Rock and I become alcoholics, you can donate to the lunaticradio.com show by simply going on our website. Rocket, fire away.
Yes, absolutely. Donations. Go to the website, lunaticradio.com, and select from one of the options, either a recurring amount or simply just give whatever you feel. Anything and everything is appreciated and helps pay for any of the expenses for the show and helps us keep going and, not have to dig out of our pockets. And we appreciate, again, anything you can give.
Right. So give a shit and give us a donation.
Well, give money. Don't give a shit.
Oh, right. I can go on about that one. So log on to the lunaticradio.com website if you would be so kind and give us a donation. It would be great.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes.
From the lunaticradio.com show.
Kayla, what do you do there in Iowa?
Nothing much. Just hang out with friends and have a blast at football games. Yeah, I'm a cheerleader, so...
Oh, yeah? For what school? Please don't say
like up by Waterloo. It's like East High School.
High school?
Nice.
Yeah.
Suddenly Karen's favoriting this phone call.
Might have to tap out on this one, Kayla. You just piqued Kieran's interest, Kayla. Hold on a second. Is he studying or don't you have...
School just opened up 2 days ago.
Studying.
Doesn't school start tomorrow? How old of a gal are you there, Kayla?
17.
We're tapping out.
Have you ever picked potatoes before?
No.
I mean, doesn't Iowa have it's Idaho? I get confused between those two states.
We're just going to the back room for a second, Rock. I'll be right back.
I get confused between those states. Iowa. Don't you have this Des Moines over there and things like that?
Kieran and Rock have returned.
I had in my hand a bunch of condoms, KY, lube, and a sixer.
Or as Kieran would like to call it, a good time.
LunaticRadio.com. Kieran and Rock. LunaticRadio.com.
So there's Ben Stiller sitting 3 rows behind me.
Wow. Look at you, high roller.
As soon as I saw Ben Stiller sitting there, I was just like, I got better seats than fucking Ben Stiller. Fuck yourself. Not that he's a talent or anything. It's all about me. And my seats are better. So I glance over and actually it took another gander. And behind me, about 7 rows up, was another celeb. Fucking Billy Crystal.
Wow.
Sitting 7 rows up behind me. Directly behind me. And I'm going, this fucking Billy Crystal. I got better seats than Billy fucking Crystal. Fuck yourself.
That Roger Maris film, Suck Dick. I got better seats than you.
Yes, it was weird. It was like, I've done that before. I went to go see the first Men in Black, a screening for that one time. I got
Will Smith film?
Yeah, my girlfriend at the time got me my tickets to go see fucking Men in Black in East Hampton, and Will Smith was sitting in the audience.
Wow.
With us, and it was kind of bizarre. Like, it's weird sitting I don't know, watching with celebrities. I'm not like a big celebrity guy. I notice them. I'm like, that's the guy from that movie. Sure, good deal. I'm not going to approach him or say hello. Even though Ben and Billy, they gave me a little point out there, like, you're one talented fuck.
Oh, they did that too?
They gave me those eyes.
Oh,
we know the radio show.
They spotted you?
You're a one talented fuck. Don't ever give up. We love the masturbation shit. They're saying that just through their eyes. I knew what they were saying. Ben Stiller. And his wife's kind of hot, by the way. So it was a star-studded evening in the theater.
Wow.
Internet radio DJ, movie star, comedic legend.
Kieran and Rock. LunaticRadio.com.
At 17, I made 17,000 living in public housing. Integrity intact, repping hard. They asking how he disappeared and reappeared.
What up, everybody? LR Show hanging out with Kieran and Leroy Jenkins. No Rocket. He'll be off for like a month. Which is weird. It's like a sabbatical. But is it really a sabbatical when he's missing probably a grand total of 4 shows that 5 people listen to? So it doesn't mean anything that he's not here.
It means a lot
in the grand scheme of things, you know. Yeah. We were off last week, so we missed a bunch of shit. Apparently, Kanye West lost his mind on SNL, but who gives a fuck about that guy? Because he's mentally handicapped. We can't fucking pay attention to Kanye West anymore. Stop it, people. Stop giving this guy fucking credence. Stop listening to him. He's ill. He's not all there. Stop. I used to fucking hate this guy because he was an egomaniac, but now I realize that he has a mental illness. He's a little loose in the fucking head. Stop listening to Kanye West. He's not important. Just because he has a lot of fucking money doesn't mean we have to pay attention to him. Fuck him. His music sucks. He was on goddamn... Did you see what he was wearing in his SNL fucking appearance last week? He was wearing a Perrier bottle. He was wearing a Perrier bottle. Why are we paying attention? It's clearly a dude who's lost his shit. Right?
Yeah.
Then he went on this rant about abolishing the 13th Amendment. Who gives a fuck, Kanye? Shut up.
I saw him.
You can barely read. Stop talking about amendments.
I saw him do another TMZ interview, and they asked him about that, like about the abolishing the 13th Amendment and stuff. And I think he just doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right. He has no idea.
Like, he actually had to look back and like reference his like, I don't know.
He had to go back into his notes because he wrote notes on the phone, right?
There was a guy, like
what did I mean?
His posse member, he was like consulting with. He's like, what did you? He's like asking him like,
hey, what do I mean?
Did I mean abolish? What was I supposed to really say?
Did I mean abolish or polish?
No, amend. I meant amend. I don't know what I meant.
Yeah, you can't. Kanye West.
He doesn't have a.
Let me break.
He didn't
down.
graduate high school, I don't think.
No, he was a college dropout. But I'm surprised. It was like community college.
I don't know.
What college actually accepted this?
He's talented, and that's
he
about it.
He can make beats. That's what he can do. And he's a producer.
People buy his shit.
Yes,
and made him very rich.
He lucked out, and he. You know, I don't knock him for getting to where he is in life. I mean, he got there somewhere. He was persistent. He's probably persistent as all fucking hell. Persistent as all hell to get to where he is. But
he's got an ego that makes him get there. I guess.
Right. It all meshes up into a dude that's driven, and
people have bought his shit. You know, his concepts, his ideas, his albums.
Right. But
it's got to be running out, right?
He is mentally. He's not there.
I agree.
He's. So it's hard to make fun of him.
He admits that he's like off his meds.
Right.
And now he's the real Kanye when he's off his meds.
Right. Which is
he used to be fighting reporters.
Idiotic.
He used to fight reporters and stuff for taking pictures at the LAX or something.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the least of it. Well, it was funny. I was talking to a friend of mine, TJ, who's from Detroit. He's an African American individual. Like he would say, just say black guy. He's a black guy.
Yeah, that's what you're.
And he was saying, he's like, he came at me with the other perspective of Kanye. We were talking about him the other day together, and I was, he goes, Kanye has figured out the algorithm, meaning he knows the algorithm of keeping himself in the spotlight.
Relevant, yeah.
Yeah, keeping himself relevant. And what it is saying some outlandish shit.
Yeah,
making some music. Wearing a fucking
Trump hat,
wearing a goddamn Perrier fucking bottle on SNL, going on some rant after his last song, wearing a Trump hat.
Yeah,
like it makes you pissed off at him. And in this day and age, it doesn't matter whether somebody likes you or hates you. It's as long as they're paying attention to you, right. And that's what he does.
That's the same. Yeah, well.
But he's an idiot. I'd rather listen to a fucking dog barking constantly than this guy's opinion on anything.
But he doesn't care about your opinion.
No, but he's
a rich idiot.
Yeah, what he could go like he needs attention. He's a baby. He needs attention.
Like Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's a baby. He's beyond retarded. He is. He's dumb. I can say that because he is dumb. He knows he's dumb. He's dumber than dirt. He's probably never had... Kanye West has never, I guarantee you, never had an intellectual thought of his own.
I think
he's always heard it from somewhere else. He's heard it from somebody who said this at one time. He read it in a book, read it in a paper. He regurgitates shit, and he kind of claims it for himself. Like, oh, I came up with this. Let me start this conversation in the world. He's never said anything that's like he's never had an original thought other than I have to take a shit.
What about Yeezys?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, really, to be honest with you.
Do you know he changed his name, I think, to just Ye? Hear this.
Yeah,
hear
because
this.
he probably can't spell Kanye.
No, he said because in the Bible they used the word Ye. But it wasn't Ye, it's Ye in the Bible, I believe.
Yeah. I don't think it's Ye.
They're not running around saying Ye.
Yeah, Ye. Yuck. That's it. His name should be Yuck.
Good luck to him, man. I hope he...
Tell you what, that wife that he fucking has, though. I don't know how the hell she puts up with him. I'd love to see what the fucking kitchen conversation is at the Kanye house.
How do you fucking put up with her?
But that body is just ridiculous.
It's all fake, too.
It doesn't matter. It's a remodeled house. It's great.
It is.
I just
renovated.
I just started following that Kim Kardashian broad on fucking this week.
Yeah, right.
On Instagram. It's
been
and I was doing my bathroom business, and I'm scroll through the God, that girl is just a
whore.
She is she's got the body parts like she's a fucking action park. She's a goddamn action park. She's great adventure. She's got all the rides, man. That's what I'm saying. She got all the rides and some candy canes.
So she's
cotton candy.
She's figured out
She got that cotton candy.
She's figured out the algorithm to keep you entertained too. You know.
Yeah, well, she got tits and ass. All she has to do is she got fucking tits and ass.
But that's it. I mean,
I would never fucking.
And then she saves people from incarceration for being locked up for drugs and stuff like that. So she's a hero as well. Do you know what I mean? In this day and age.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Fuck yeah, but she's got a nice. I don't give a shit. The girl,
But then she like says negative stuff about
that. I guarantee you, I will bet money that Kanye and Kim Ye do not like each other. I bet you that I guarantee you they're not romantic with each other. I guarantee. There's no way. There's no way you can be romantic with Kanye West. There's no way. There's zero. He's mentally challenged. You can't. Like Kim at some point is gonna have to have that moment of clarity where, it might be bad for me to have sex with Kanye now because he's a little.
Yeah, but now she can't leave the guy. Was that Michael Jackson?
Little fucking. He's not the best color man in the business anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
That wasn't racist. That was a broadcasting reference, not a like giving color. And I'm not saying it was color. I say color. Best color man,
We got you.
Not that. It's one of these buttons. Let me see.
God damn it! Personally, I think we got hosed on that call.
I don't know what button it is. Whatever. You get my point. Anyway, so Kanye, there you go. That wasn't even in my notes.
Oh, you just.
Yeah, that was just off the handle. That was improv.
Kanye, huh?
Yeah. Are you interested?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
It's related, sort of. Pete Davidson. What do you think of that character? Because he's the one that said he was talking trash about Kanye after the rant and how he made everybody feel uncomfortable. And, Kanye said he felt bullied by the staff. And Pete Davidson, he's in the spotlight now. He's the head, algorithm making guy that everybody has to keep an eye on what he and Ariana Grande is doing and what their life is doing and why he's so cool, but he's not. But people think he is.
People think Pete Davidson's cool,
right?
Oh no, I think he's a funny dude.
Really?
Yeah.
You like his?
I think he's a funny guy. Yeah.
Even what he says, just in general.
Yeah, I think he's a funny guy.
His comments about life.
I think he's on a ride right now. I think he's fucking. He's a young kid. He's a fucking young kid. I used to see that kid. I used to see Pete Davidson at the stand in New York City when he was like 18. When he was a young comic.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a funny dude. And he got fucking Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande is like a beyond superstar.
Yeah, but she doesn't pick winners either. Like Kim Kardashian picks a bunch of, wacky dudes. Like,
you can't compare Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson is a stable-minded human being. compared to Kanye West.
He is. He's on meds.
No, yeah, he's on meds, but he's a rational thinking person. He's a comedian. If you ever seen him do stand up, he's hilarious.
Well, okay.
He's a good kid. He's down to earth. He's from fucking Staten Island.
So what? What does that mean?
Kanye West fucking probably was eating plastic paint chips when he was fucking younger.
He's from Chirac.
Chicago, yeah.
From Chi-Town.
Yeah. Chicago's fucking the knockoff New York. That's what Chicago is. Suck it to Chicago.
Man, you'd have a lot of enemies right there.
Mancow was a fucking big DJ in Chicago. That's how fucking relevant that fucking goddamn city is. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Chicago's great. Go Cubs. Fucking Christ. It's not New York, though. Chicago's not New York. Anyway, oh yeah, the Yankees. Let's go with that. Fucking Yankees. I love the fucking Yankees, everybody. And this is what it sounds like when you watch the Yankees play the Red Sox.
High drive, way back, deep left center field. Goodbye. My goodness, Aaron Judge. A titanic home run. 1-0 Yankees. There's a drive in the left center field. Sanchez is watching. This ball's flying. 3-run blast out of Fenway Park, all the way out. And a game breaker for the Yankees.
Fucking A, man. Hey, how the Cubs doing? How the Cubs doing, Chicago?
They're not even in, are they?
Right?
They're
No.
not in the playoffs.
No. Post-game show brought to you by
What about the White Sox?
They still playing like in the major? Is that still a team?
They didn't move them yet?
Fucking Yankees. The Yankees still playing though. Fucking Gary Sanchez and Aaron Judge hit 2 balls yesterday that still haven't landed. They were dead center field in Fenway Park over the Green Monster. 445 and 476. That's like fucking hitting golf balls. Ridiculous. Not so much as hitting a golf ball, but it's ridiculous.
It's over 900 feet.
Fucking bless. They will fucking bless. Fucking love watching the Yankees.
Playoff time is nice.
Playoff time is awesome. And it's only fun when the Red Sox are losing. Fucking hate the Red Sox. By the way, talking about New York, there was a story in the New York Post yesterday on a Sunday about it's about a guy. Headline reads: Husband leaps to death from hotel after wife allegedly kills kid. I don't know much about the story. I didn't really dive into the story. But
wait a minute. The wife kills the kid.
Wife kills the kid.
He jumps out the window.
Guy leaps from the hotel room and kills himself on the. Here we go. It does one of these. Does that paint the picture for you? That's what he did. He jumped out of a building to his death, which is very, very, extremely sad. Extremely sad. But it's not the story that really, because this stuff happens a lot in New York. Like on a weekly basis, somebody jumps from one of the bridges into the East River, you know? And what I loved was the picture. The color, they say. The color that the New York Post gets for the article. And it's a picture of the guy's body being put into a van. You know, he's in a body bag and he's being carted off to the morgue. But what really gets me is, I don't know if people can see it on here, is where's my mouse?
You need like a John Madden teleprompter.
Yeah, I need a teleprompter.
You can fucking.
Oh, I need this mouse. It's like 2 mouses I got. This is what I love. This is New York for you people. I don't know if you can see this. These people right here. These people are just walking by Like, not even bothered, but that there's a dead body being loaded into a fucking van. They're just like, I need to get to the Bed Bath & Beyond today. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit if your dead body is laying on the fucking streets of Manhattan. They're just going to step over you to get to where they have to be. That's New York.
Yeah, they got to keep
This
going.
picture captures what New York is completely. There's people in a restaurant. There's people in a restaurant right over here. They can't be bothered during their meal to look behind them and go, oh, wait, hey, I think that's a dead body. I think that guy just leaped to his death. I gotta finish my cappuccino.
You could use that glass smashing thing.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it was crazy.
But it's fucking, that's what New York is, man. No one gives a shit.
Well, the restaurant had an A+ rating, so that's good.
Literally, I think I've seen video of like dudes just like falling, like jumping to their death from fire escapes. You know, and people are watching when the guy or the person's up there, and they're like, "Oh, don't jump!" When they jump, and then they make that splattering sound on the ground. I mean, everybody just goes on with their day. Once the guy hits splats, they go on with their day. They continue walking to where they had to go. Like, the show's over. Guy's dead. Fuck it. Gotta go. Somebody's here to clean this up. You know? It's amazing. This photo, I stared at this photo in the New York Post yesterday for like, just wondering what like these people's lives and morals are. Like they're walking right next to a dead body and not even looking at it. Not even noticing. Like those two guys loading that dead body into the van, that dead body might as well be a fucking old sofa or an old refrigerator or a fucking shitty chair. Like they don't care. That's New York. Like here, like I found it weird when I moved here to Arizona and I walk into like the mini mart and somebody said hi to me. I was blown away by that. I was like, that doesn't happen in New York. People will fucking mull you over to get to where they have to. No one talks unless it's a fuck you or fuck off or get the fuck out of my way.
When you say like the mini mart, are you talking about the people that work there or like people, like customers?
People in general, everybody.
Oh,
everybody, like I don't know how. Well, New York's very fast paced, and I like that. I like not being talked to. It's certainly in the morning. Like I have to get somewhere. Like I'm here. Like when I go to a mini mart in the morning, or I go to a mini mart anywhere, I just want to get in and out. I don't want to have I don't want to have a 20-minute conversation. I don't want to have small talk at all. I'm here for a reason, to get this and go.
Right.
People in New York realize that.
You can do that in New York, even in small towns. You know, you just get in there, get what you get, and get the fuck out. Out here, actually, you know where's worst? I was in Georgia one time on the grocery line, and they were like checking the food, like having a conversation to like her coworker, and like just checking out, beep, beep, and I'm like,
just slow as shit. Like hurry up, I gotta go. Fucking let's go.
Yeah,
stop with your shit. But this is the quintessential fucking New York picture: dead body being loaded into a fucking van, people just walking by like it's not even fucking happening. That's New York for you. This is great. This should be on the fucking. This should be like on an advertisement for like come visit New York. It really should. Like the I love New York fucking logo should be here somewhere. You know that famous logo is I heart New York. It should be right here somewhere. Like what restaurant is this? What? How good is that food in that restaurant to where these people can't even bother? I mean, that's New York. It just I don't know. I like that though. I like that. I know it's very sad. This image is completely sad. This person died tragically. This person jumped from a building.
I'm trying to still understand the story. I know you're interested in this, but it's like...
Oh, I don't really care.
Yeah, I know.
It happens a lot. The point is that this image is amazing. This guy wasn't like drunk and passed out and had a heart attack. This guy jumped from a building. This body came flying out of the sky.
We got it. We got
it. No, I don't think you got it.
I got it.
And yet, it still didn't cause a scene in New York. A body falling from the sky still didn't cause a scene. It's just like somebody spilled some milk. Clean up on aisle 9. Let's get the day going. Right?
Well, it looks like they did a pretty good job cleaning it up, right?
Fucking A. And when you jump from a fucking building, your body's got to bounce. What do you think? A little bouncing?
I have no idea.
You see the brains fucking spell out, Johnny?
Jeez.
You ever seen a fucking head bounce like that? What else can we do? I got a deadly bacteria outbreak at a sex on the dance floor nightclub. Do you want to hear about that?
Wait, was that 2 stories? The outbreak and the sex on the dance floor? I mean, is that 2 different stories?
It's a different story. It's a fucking story.
Give me the options again.
Oh. Well, I'm going to go to this one. I got it in my hand. A Berlin nightclub where guests frequently had sex on the dance floor faced a deadly bacteria scare on Saturday. Male patron at the Kit Kat Club. Male patron at the Kit Kat Club was rushed to the hospital after he was suspected of contracting bacterial meningitis. Do you know what bacterial meningitis is? I'll read it to you.
Okay.
I have it here in the... It sounds like kind of not too scary, but it is pretty deadly. Meningitis is an infection that can spread by saliva and bodily fluids. Once contracted, it can cause inflammation around the brain and spinal cord and can be fatal within hours. So these motherfuckers at the Kit Kat Club in Berlin... are fucking just throwing around meningitis like it's fucking seed. So here's the thing, man. In this day and age, with all these fucking diseases, you can't be at a fucking nightclub fucking shirtless or having sex in a place where people or other people, like, there's fucking groups of people sweating.
Duly noted.
Right. So it's insane. Not only is it insane to go to, it's insane to go to a nightclub. And by the way, listen to this kind of music. This kind of music is just fucking, you gotta be on narcotics to even enjoy this bullshit. Like, especially at the fucking fever pitch level, volume level that they, like, it's, like, nightclubs to me, when I go into them, they have this sort of smell to them, and I think it's because of the speakers, but it smells...
It's the meningitis.
It smells nauseating. I don't know if nauseating has a smell to it, but I think it does. And the only time I ever smell it is at a nightclub. I get nauseated. And it's like it's attributed to this sound coming out of the speaker. Nightclubs are fucking retarded. I don't get why people would go to a nightclub to listen to something that loud, and then have the risk of contracting meningitis from some sweaty asshole who didn't shower but took his shirt off and started banging somebody on a fucking dance floor.
This is interesting stuff.
They're not naked. They're all just shirtless. You got meningitis. Why the fuck would you dance?
It's interesting stuff.
Why would you dance?
It's a different time, man.
Well, apparently,
in Berlin,
they put out a post on Facebook that, hey, like the owner of the club, of the Kit Kat Club, put a post on Facebook. Hey, anybody that's been here in the last couple of weeks, you might want to go to a doctor because there was some dickhead with meningitis here, and he was dancing shirtless, and you might have got it. So you might want to go to the fucking. Like, can't you sue that club? I would think you could. No.
I think you can get meningitis from a lot of different ways. I think
How can you contract meningitis?
I don't know. You gonna make me Google this shit?
Yes.
I think we could find other.
I love Leroy. Leroy just doesn't. He just wants to sit behind the microphone and comment on shit I did wrong. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to do anything.
Well, this is why you need that Google Home thing.
I know. I have you here. This is what you gotta be a part of the show. Here's the Kit Kat Club. Oh, the image didn't come. Look at these broads. Look at this broad right here. Look at it. I don't know if people can see this. This is an image from the Kit Kat Club. This is what the Kit Kat Club looks like. People are fucking just goddamn throwing meningitis around. This broad looks pretty hot right here, though. Look, everybody's shirtless. Isn't it weird to be at a fucking club and everybody's shirtless?
This rod right here.
This one right here.
This one right here.
This fuck. Look, she got a nice little spine. This guy. Look at this guy. This guy's got meth tits.
Is that right?
I don't know who he is. I mean,
what are meth tits? Can you Google that?
I feel like this guy does.
Should I Google that? Meth
Google
tits?
meth tits. Let's
All
see
right,
if there's a thing called what meth tits look like. I mean, look, I can't. Every screen I have, I want to zoom into. Look at this. I'm an asshole.
All right, so there's a category on Pornhub called meth tits porn video.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, hold on. I'm gonna look up meth tits. All right, I'm gonna look it up on the web.
Just write meth tits.
Is there?
Dude, I had no idea that there was.
There's a category for everything. There's a category.
There cannot. Wait, there's Urban Dictionary for meth tits.
Well, all right, I'll read it.
What the fuck? I've never heard of meth tits before.
I just made it up. I thought I just made it up, to be honest with you.
Slang for trashy hoe bag with large breasts. Most likely they have or currently use meth.
Meth tit porn videos. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm on a YouPorn. So these are, all right, meth whore worked over.
Unbelievable. I didn't know meth tits.
Oh, these are just all girls on meth having sex. So apparently it's meth fisting. Might watch this stuff later. Meth fisting. Horny boy. Oh, no, that's not. Meth whore gets taken to Pound Town. Sex on meth. Strange but true.
Oh, we got to get out of this shit.
My girlfriend high on meth. Tongue cleans. Public toilet for more meth.
Why is there porn? Why is there porn dedicated to meth? I don't get it.
Some people are, some people like to partake in the meth taking, and they would like to see people who enjoy taking meth as well.
Dude.
But they also would like to see them having sex.
I had no idea that if I Googled meth tits, I would have responses to that. I thought I would have nothing. I thought you just made that up, which you say you did.
Here's a video called Sucking Meth, Smoking Cock.
Oh, man.
Petite San Antonio meth addict sucking mean dick.
All right.
Gotta love this. I love this stuff.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
We need a little edge to this radio show.
Really?
Fucking meth dealer. Now that's actually a meth dealer that's fucking. It's good stuff. Meth fisting 2. Apparently there was a meth fisting 1 at some point.
I like how this is like sped up video of like different compilations of.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. Here's meth fisting 1. Oh my god, fisting's so weird.
Does the meth come into play at some point?
Well, I think all these people are just on meth.
They looking like meth heads or something.
And do you want to like watch one? Here's sex on meth. We'll watch this one for a second. I'm sure there's gonna be an ad, and I'm gonna have to like fucking get a virus off my computer. Yeah, it's like home video shit. It's just dudes. That girl looks dead. I mean, she's alive. This guy's twerking or tweaking his fucking face off. All right, get out of here, you fucking crazy bastards. Go to rehab. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you? Those people probably have meningitis. You know? It's crazy.
It's unbelievable. I don't know how we got here.
Brett Kavanaugh confirmed to Supreme Court. Who gives a shit?
Seriously? You're going to go there from meth tits?
No, I'm not. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of listening to people go, nah, what did he do in high school? Who gives a shit? The guy's fucking 63 years old.
I like beer. I drink beer.
I like beer.
I still like beer.
I like beer.
I like drinking beer. You like beer? What? You ever puke before? I like beer.
They were making this motherfucker. You're not going
to talk about him.
No, but this is ridiculous. And at the confirmation hearings, they were making this fucking guy comment on shit that people wrote in his yearbook.
I know.
I just found my yearbook at my folks' house, and I went back and I saw what people wrote in it or whatever. Like, I could never comment on that. I don't know what the fuck they mean about anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like your buddy Squee?
Yeah. Like, yeah. Like, what the fuck?
What's up with the calendar that he had? Is that
I don't know.
pretty
That was
crazy?
a little fucking crazy. That's a little nuts.
You know what's even crazier about that guy?
He's really fucking J-O-ing about his calendar keeping.
I don't know why. There's a story about that guy.
Yo, Kavanaugh?
Yeah, this is, that came up, and I don't know why it wasn't just as big as this, high school stuff that he was doing. But he had, like, I think $60,000 to $200,000 in debt from baseball tickets.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He was going to baseball games in Washington, like the Washington Nationals, just buying tickets. Playoff tickets, whatever. He went into debt for
buying baseball tickets.
$200,000, yeah. And then he had to pay that off before this
gambling?
Not gambling, baseball tickets.
I don't get what you mean. Like how did he go into debt buying fucking tickets?
I have no idea.
Did he take out a loan to buy these tickets? Like, did he not have the money to pay?
I have no idea, dude. That is weird, right?
It doesn't make any fucking. I gotta hear more about that before I can comment on it.
It's true. It's a true story.
If you can look it up and explain it to me, I have no idea. That doesn't even make any sense.
Explain it to you. I don't even
doesn't make any
look it up.
I want to know what that. Yeah, but anyway,
if I look it up, it's gonna say that.
I'm glad this fucking shit's over. I don't care what the fuck this guy does. Get him into the fucking thing. Let him make decisions for the rest of his life. Who gives a shit? We're all fucked anyway. This world's gonna explode. You know? Like, I care. Like that we got a guy who's a fucking nerd in the goddamn. Yeah, he's conservative. Who gives a shit? Right?
Who's gonna run the next round? Next president is it gonna be like one of the Baldwin brothers is gonna run. Kanye's gonna run.
Hector Camacho, fucking West Mountain Dew, whatever the fuck his name is.
Elon Musk is gonna run. No, he can't. I don't think he's South African or something.
I think we should just go without a president and just have fucking complete anarchy. We're already there already. You know?
Sure.
The news doesn't even report news anymore.
Would you recommend owning?
The news reports insignificant tidbits. That's what it does. And then it creates an opinion about it. Fucking stupid. If you listen to CNN, MSNBC, or Fox News and go, I like what these guys are saying, you're retarded. On either side. Both of you. You're conservative and you're liberal shitheads. You're all stupid.
Or ESPN, by the way.
It's all a fucking work, dude. You're getting worked by the CNN. You're getting worked by Fox News. You're getting worked by both of them. Yeah. It's news-otainment and it's horseshit. Sick of people even bringing up. I can't. Like, it sucks. I got like basic cable, and I got basic cable. It's 140. I have 200 channels, none of which I watch. There's nothing good on. So I'll go to the news just to, as a default, because I know at least maybe it'll report something. I'll get it. I'm like, that'll interest me, but it's not. I can't find anything anymore on any cable news network that's actual news. It's high school rumor.
They love doing it too.
And none of it's important. It's so unimportant shit. Drives me fucking bonkers. That's what scares me the most. Be honest with you. I think the big problem that we're going to face from here moving forward, and we have already, is that people pay way too much attention to 24-hour news, and no matter which one they're watching, they're fucking drinking the Kool-Aid. That's the problem.
Probably
the power of the 24-hour news networks is the problem.
Yeah, social media is now too, right?
Right. And our dullard president's fucking sucking the cock of Fox News. Like he's getting his fucking talking points from Fox News where it should be the other way around. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway. All right. I think
you're gonna end it on that.
Yeah, I got nothing else, man.
Jeez.
Go Yankees. That's what I'll fucking say.
Yeah.
I love playoff baseball. You got any fucking final words there, big man?
Not really. I don't.
You gonna bring the fire next week?
Probably not. I doubt it. Are you?
I'm trying to.
Yeah. Well,
I gotta get a little fever at it.
I told you I was in a good mood because I got a good parking spot, but that's about it. This is my good mood.
How does that
This is my good
translate?
mood.
So now, like the next week when you come here and you get the good parking spot again, hopefully, you need to transfer that energy to the air.
It's gonna be impossible. I don't think I have it in me.
Because our listenership went from 4 to 2
to 0.
It's amazing how no one listens to this.
Does that
Actually,
make,
it's not
does that,
amazing.
Does that make you? Does that make you think like just like a simple day like this? Does it make you go?
I could have been.
What
doing,
am I doing? What am I?
I could have been doing something else.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it doesn't matter.
I could have been doing something else.
Yeah. All right. Follow us on Instagram at Lunatic Radio, on Twitter at Lunatic Radio, across the board on the social medias. Subscribe to the lunaticradio.com show on YouTube. Search Lunatic Radio on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to make a donation, log on to www.lunaticradio.com, click the donation button, and submit a donation to the lunaticradio.com show. It'd be great. Word them up, everybody. We will be back next week, rocketless. Maybe Rocket will stop by. Who knows?
He's working with Elon Musk now, right?
I think so. Smoking weed on the Joe Rogan show.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with all new lunaticradio.com show. So until then, suck a dick, motherfuckers.
Wow.
Oh, cool teacher's here. Welcome, cool teacher, finally.
Wait, tell her to call in.
No, we're done.
Oh.
Game over.
I want to hear how she was doing. Cool teacher checked in at the last minute, huh?